In this video, I'm going to go over how to use the self-verification function to print a report using the Siemens FMT020 system. Firstly, you start by powering down your transmitter and undoing the 4 screws in each corner. Next, you should be able to pop the head off the unit. And on the inside, you're going to need to insert your Ethernet module that you've got here. Once you've done that, you then need to install your Ethernet cable, which would have been supplied. Here, this green one. And it's going to wire into the terminal block at the top, which has got CA, CB, CC printed on the board. You want yellow at the bottom, followed by orange, followed by white, followed by blue. Just bring that a bit closer. There you are. Once this is complete, you can put your display back on top, do your screws back down, and then power up the system again. Once we're on here, we need to log in to the expert level. We'll go down to expert, enter the pin of 2, 8, 3, 4, and we're in. We're going to go down to communication and into there. We're going to web server, so this will be disabled as standard. So just go into here, use the up and down arrows to make it enabled, right arrow again to select it, so you should see enabled here. I'm going to go up to Ethernet IP. So if I tab down to mine are already filled, so you can see I've got an IP address here and a subnet mask here. If yours are blank, go to change network settings, change it to static IP address. So if you've got DHCP, change it to static IP, again up and down arrows, right button to select it. The IP address you want to enter is 192.168.210-1. Once you've entered that, again up and down arrows to do that. We'll go through and OK. Next is your subnet mask, and this is 255.255.255.0. Again, up and down arrows, enter that, and we can tab along. This is all you need to do for the setup now. So the next bit, default gateway, that can stay at 0s. And then apply settings, you'll press yes because you've made some changes. So I'm going to press no because I haven't made any changes. Then we'll just go down and check that the IP address, which is there, and the subnet mask now show as they should with the correct values. If they don't, power down the system, start it back up again, come back into here, and you should find they're now populated. That's everything for the transmitter side, so now we're on to the computer. Setup on the Siemens meter, we're going to move over to the computer. Make sure your Ethernet cable is now connected to your computer from the Siemens flow meter. Firstly, come down to the bottom down here in the search bar, type in network. We need to try and find this box here, which is view network connections. Once you find this, click there. It will bring you up the network connections page, and we're interested here in Ethernet. So right click, hover over Ethernet and right click. Go down to properties at the bottom, click that. Once you've got the Ethernet properties box, you need to look for Internet Protocol version 4, as we've got here. Click properties. Following properties tab has appeared, you should find obtain an IP address here is selected. We need to drop down here and click use the following IP address. We want to type in here 192.168.210.2, followed by the tab key, which will fill out the subnet mask. If it doesn't for any reason, type in here 255.255.255.0. Once you've done that, we can press OK. We can close the Ethernet properties box. And if you want, we can close the final box. The final step is to now open a web browser. You can use any web browser of your choice, and you don't need to be connected to the internet. We're going to use Microsoft Edge for this example. Once it's loaded, in the top type in 192.168.210.1, press enter. You may get this page appear about your connection isn't private. Click advanced here, then down the bottom press continue. It's a secure connection between your computer and the Siemens flow meter. The next step is we need to assign passwords. We'll click assign passwords. We need to assign a password for read-only, user and expert. It can be the same password. You just need to follow this set of rules to make sure your password is acceptable. So I'm just going to fill mine out quickly. Now for user. And finally for expert. And the most important one is expert, as it's expert we need to use to run the self-verification test. It doesn't show up if you log in as user or read-only. Now we've done that, we can press next. Down here we can click login, and this should now take us directly into the flow meter. So now we're into the flow meter settings. Up here you've got the device status, so our meter's on a desk that we're connected to, so obviously it's no pipe not filled. You can do all sorts of things here, like changing the flow rate, setting up your 4 to 20 milliamp, and so on. We're interested in the self-verification, so come down here to maintenance and diagnostics at the bottom. Scroll down slightly, and then here you've got self-verification. We're going to click that. We're going to give it a name, so put in whatever name that you need for that site, the address if you want to, and then so you do have to fill out all 4 of these boxes, so I'm just going to put an A in these and comments an A again. Next we're going to do start verification. Verification in progress, takes about 5 seconds. There we go, verification completed. Click here to download your report. It's going to download a nice PDF. Nice and quick, there we go. And this is the report you'll receive. So you've got your name and the address, so the information that you filled in at the top. Now information about the flow meter with the serial numbers, the size, the type, etc., calibration, all the bits. And as you scroll down, we'll then get to the nice important bit, which is here, verification result. It's all passed, it's happy, it's checked all these individual parts. If it's not happy, if any of these has a red X, it will fail the whole test up here. And then down the bottom, you've got sort of resistance and impedance values. Now my meter's just sat on the desk, not in water, so obviously I've got infinity and zeros. Yours, if it's in a live application, will give you some real values here. Hopefully this has been helpful.